Hi YouTube, it's Karen. I am coming to you with my week 7 post-op RNY gastric bypass update. So we'll start off with the numbers. My highest weight was 298. I had surgery, RNY gastric bypass surgery on November the 21st. And on that day I was 286. Last week I came to you at 253, and this week I'm coming to you at 248. So that is a loss of 5 pounds, and that makes for a total loss of 50 pounds. So I'm really happy. I was really hoping to hit my 50-pound mark this week, and it happened. So yeah, I've been averaging about 5 pounds for the last few weeks, and that's great. You know, I really couldn't be more happy with that. I'm not really incorporating a lot of exercise at this point. I go for my post-op appointment on the 15th of January, so that's next Wednesday, and after they clear me for full exercise, I have every intention of getting a gym membership and starting to do some cardio and some strength training. I'm from London, Ontario in Canada, and it has been brutally cold here, like ridiculous cold. They actually kept the kids home from school on Monday and Tuesday of this week because of the snow that we had, as well as the extreme temperatures. It was like -40, like ridiculous. That's Celsius for you Americans. I don't know how to convert it, so don't ask me to, but that's really, really freaking cold. So there has not been a lot of walking or, outdoor activities going on here right now. I do have a few NSVs for the week. I think I mentioned one of these last week. I am able to fit back into my size 18 jeans. I have a couple pairs of size 18s. It's actually the lowest size that I own. Sorry, I'm balancing you on my knee, so it's a little precarious here. So that was super, super exciting to be able to actually get myself back into those. Once those are too big for me, then I'm actually going to have to do some shopping because I don't own anything smaller. And it's definitely been well over 5 years since I was able to fit into those. So that's kind of awesome. I can go up both flights of my stairs, like from the basement to the main floor and from the main floor upstairs, without being out of breath or feeling like I'm going to die when I get to the top of the stairs, so that's pretty awesome as well. I can now shave my left leg with my right hand, which is awesome. I was trying to explain this to my husband. Before, I could do the right side of my left leg, but I'd actually have to switch to my left hand to be able to get the other side, the left side of my left leg. And now I can go all the way around without having any trouble at all. So that's a huge, huge deal, because I remember when I started having to switch to the other hand, I was like, wow, this is really bad. Like, things are completely out of control, because my stomach was so big that I couldn't physically get down far enough, or get over, I guess, far enough to be able to do that. So I know you men won't really understand that, but it was a really big deal for me. So and then a really big one for me, I've mentioned in past videos that I am a fast food junkie, and McDonald's was definitely my drug of choice. Well, today, my youngest son, Zachary, had to go for oral surgery. It was pretty serious. He was really miserable. He had to, because they were giving him medicine to keep him calm and everything, he had to have an empty tummy for 6 hours, but his appointment wasn't until noon. So basically from the time he woke up this morning, he couldn't eat or drink anything, and trying to tell a 3-year-old that he can't eat anything when he's hungry in the morning, not so much fun. So anyways, I promised him that after everything was done, I would take him and get him anything he wanted for lunch. And of course, he picked McDonald's. He wanted to go in and play, which I nixed because, you know, he was really dopey still and pretty stoned. But we did drive through, and I got him a Happy Meal, and I got nothing for myself, which was like a really big deal to not really feel the need even to get anything from the menu. I did have one of his French fries, and it didn't even taste that fabulous. Like it honestly, it smelled a lot better than it tasted. So that was a huge, huge deal for me, because, you know, normally like I could have scarfed a supersized fry, no problem, and one French fry, and I was like, it's okay. It's not that great. So that was wicked. So yeah, I also was just checking my goals list that I had set for myself before surgery, and I have actually accomplished all of the goals on my list. So that is another thing that was really, really awesome. Yeah, I just can't believe it. I can't believe all of the changes that are happening. But I did want to take this video to talk a little bit about support, and what kind of support are you getting from the people in your life. I know that there are quite a few people in our YouTube family who have been going through some drastic changes, relationship-wise with their loved ones, and being 7 weeks out, I'm still, you know, very early on in this process, but I'm already starting to see the beginnings of the issues that are going to come from this surgery in my personal life. As I've stated in previous videos, you know, people in my family, my husband, my parents, my brother, all of them are not overweight, have not struggled with the issue of weight. So it's difficult for them to relate to what I've been going through. My relationships, for the most part, have been good. I have, you know, it's funny because in the beginning, I didn't want to tell anyone about the surgery. I didn't feel comfortable telling anyone about the surgery, aside from, obviously, my husband, my mom. That's pretty much it. Maybe my 2 best girlfriends. I think I mentioned it too as well. But I wasn't really going to tell anybody else. And the closer my surgery date came, the more comfortable I felt about it. And now I have no issue talking to anyone about it or telling people that I've had the surgery. I've kind of come to terms with, you know, this is my decision, this is my life, and if you don't like it, then too bad for you. So I'm okay with that. But there are definitely, you know, people in my life who feel like this is taking over my whole life, or that I'm becoming a different person. I honestly don't feel like that's the case. I mean, this is a huge part of our life, and eating and making sure we're taking our vitamins and making sure we're doing all of the things that we need to do consume a huge amount of time and energy. And so in that extent, it is a really big part of our life. But as far as like me changing who I am, I don't feel like that's the case. I think I'm becoming more self-aware. I think I'm less inclined to take bullshit. And I think a lot of people don't like that. But, I feel like I deserve to be on the list. That's kind of what I keep saying is, my entire life has been and is devoted to taking care of other people. I am a child care worker. I run my own daycare. I've been home, a stay-at-home mom, since my oldest son was born. He's 7.5. So I've been, the nanny and the cook and the maid. And I'm still doing all of those things. But I'm starting to realize more and more that I deserve to be on the list. And there are some people who are accusing me of being selfish, self-involved, which honestly is really hurtful to me because I feel like I'm a caregiver. I feel like I always have been. I'm that person that my friends can call if they need something. I try to be that person who's there for you if you need someone. And so to now be told that I'm selfish and self-absorbed, it really hurts because I don't see it that way at all. But at the same time, I feel like I deserve to be important too. And my feelings matter too. And, what's going on with me is important. So that's definitely affecting some of my relationships. And it's hard. It's just really hard to be going through that, and to not feel as supported as you want to feel. I think we all deserve, to be happy and complete human beings, and some people just can't accept that. And coming to terms with that is difficult. And for me, and I think for a lot of us, because we've gotten this way because we put everybody else before ourselves. And now we're forced to take time to focus on us. And some people in your life are not going to like that. But we made the decision to have the surgery, and everyone in my life knew that this was happening. Maybe didn't quite grasp what the reality of that would be, but this is the way it is now, and this is the way it's going to be. And I honestly feel like, you can move forward with me, or you can get left behind. Because regardless of what happens, I am moving forward. So I know that there are other people out there who are struggling with the same issues. And I just want to say how much I appreciate this community, how much it means to me, because as I've said before, I don't know anyone personally who's gone through this process, who's had gastric bypass. So just having people, even virtually, to go through this with and to lean on, and to hear that the same things are happening in your lives that are happening in mine, it just means the world to me. And so thank you for watching. Thank you for taking the